Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Siralim Ultimate. Last episode was a fun one. We got lucky and were able to complete the Rune of Prophecies at the very last minute. Oh, this Rune of Prophecies kind of sucks because it's asking us to do hunt missions, 2 of them. That's fucking dumb. But we should be able to do everything else. I'm not gonna do hunt missions, not when I have actual useful missions to do. Anyway, this episode isn't about the Rune of Prophecies. This episode is about taking out another god, and I've picked one. I've forgotten which one it is. Like, I forgot the name, but I know it by its trait. That's... so... This time... hang on a second. It didn't switch to the creatures that I had as the Shadowbringer last time I played as this. It doesn't really matter. Like, it's a trivial thing. All I need to do is swap to the Blight Parte and just quickly check to make sure our anointments are fine. Oh, actually, we don't need this and this. What we do need is we're not going to need this. We will need this. And speed rail, maybe? Sure, we'll try it once. So what I'm gonna be doing in this episode is we are gonna be taking on there's a god, yes, Ariamaki. At the start of battle, and after your creatures take damage, they gain invisible and shelled. Enemies' spell gems consume all their charges after their cast. So what I'm gonna test is, does that get overridden by the fact that our boost spells should not consume charges? Because that seems pretty definitive. That seems pretty definitive to me. And there's only one way to see whether this is gonna work. We go in, and we can break some of his shit, you know, just to just to really make him mad. But what we've got to do is, of course, we've got to talk to you. All right. Interesting. That sucks, you know? Okay. That really sucks. I mean, I feel like this is kind of lame from the game. Kind of lame from the game. Could we have done anything to counteract this? Can we have more than one spell of the same kind? That's that is the question, isn't it? That is the question. So let's upgrade healing increase, class swap. What we need to do is, hang on a second. There's an easy way to fix this. We've got all of these that are just waiting to be upgraded. So we'll take one of these. And what sort of creatures do we have? It's a life creature. So what we'll do is create new spell gem, enchant the one that we just upgraded. This already has a life transformation. Nobody's using it. So what I'll do with this one is I'll disenchant the casting twice because that's not going to work, and then I'll enchant the what's it called? Generous. And then with our creatures, you have no spells, so now you're gonna have a spell. Make it generous. Can I give you another one of the same one? I am not allowed to. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Let's see if this time... I'm actually very disappointed that this hasn't worked the way I thought it would. We'll try one more time, you know? We wasted a key, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We knew that this was gonna be a whole thing. Yeah. That was all it took. Oh hey, we get a whole bunch of things. We get the Ariamaki costume, we get a skin, which we'll look at the end of this episode, and we get the rest of the stuff. So, this I chose to be my next fight because I had a feeling that the game was gonna pull some sneaky tricks with what we're doing. Excuse me? Why are you, Oh, hang on a second. They swapped their maximum health with their defense, so they've got like a crazy amount of defense. But should that be making a difference? Hang on, what? The fucking Pumpkin King is... And now everybody's silent? Okay. Well, I guess we're dead. I guess we're just dead. Fermented hops? Maybe... Oh no, yeah, they're just not taking damage. That's a bunch of bullshit. So this is gonna be a very irritating fight if we're just not gonna be able to damage them every time they have a pumpkin in their party. Hopefully that's not a thing we have to worry about. I mean, it's kind of working, but not that great. You know what? Hang on a sec. If these anointments aren't working, then, you know, And this one is going to be irrelevant because we're not going to be casting that many spells in the battle anyway. We'll go back to the old-fashioned Shadowbringer. Oh, well, I mean, we have our Shadowbringer perks already set. So what we could do is there's a Cleric Anointment, greater healing. Okay, is there more healing? Any more healing that we can get? Nah, that's not. We could just do like what's it called? Bleed out? Just to get a bit of that going on. Yeah, it's not great. Well, we have an evoker, spell mending, expanded. Nah. Is this? That's probably not even gonna work. Supercharged. That's not gonna be relevant. What about you? Maybe that's gonna get around the fact that we're using up all our charges. Because when our spell gems are sealed in battle, we're still allowed to cast, like in realms, we're still allowed to cast multiple times. Nope, still not working. Still not working. Okay, that's fine. We tried our best, didn't work out, but you know what? It's gonna be okay. So I think the way this is gonna work is as long as they don't have a pumpkin in their party, we should be able to win. Pretty reliably. Pretty darn reliably. I could give myself 100% chance of winning by putting another mimic in my party. That way it would also be starting at the top of the timeline. The fuck? Oh no. Fucking salamander piece of shit. Ugh. Fucking salamanders, man. Okay, so that's two things that they absolutely cannot have in their party: pumpkin and salamander. So we wasted. This is the third key that we've wasted. This is why you need a whole bunch of extras, because it's not enough just to calculate, oh, I need to beat this guy this many times, I need that many keys. You've also got to account for the fact that sometimes you will just lose. You'll just lose the fight. So unfortunately, this episode isn't going to be as quick as our demolition of Vulcanar. But I knew it, you know. I knew it was going to be tough. It is really dumb that our charges are being used, because that Brewmaster Anointment specifically says you don't use your charges. It's another case of the game being a little bit unreasonable, because... Excuse me? The fuck is going on? The fuck? Yeah, this... So unlike... What? Why do you have a bunch of temporary traits? Oh man, who even knows? Oh, okay, this piece of garbage. But at least we're doing damage to them. I was gonna say, unlike Saint Althea's trait, which specifically says, hey, we got the plush. Unlike her trait, which specifically says, you know, blight immunities don't work. Yeah, that's a shitty thing for the game to do, but at least it's clear about it. In this one, it's not even saying that. Like, like, I don't know, man. It's this one I don't agree with. I don't agree with the. I mean, it's fine, I guess, for the game to have this property for the boss. I just don't agree with. Maybe they just didn't. Maybe when they designed it, they weren't thinking specifically that, you know, the brewmaster has this. Oh no! What's going on? What? Why did he avoid, or like, why was he alive for so long? I don't know, maybe when they decided, they weren't thinking specifically about that anointment. And then when they were deciding, okay, what takes precedence over what, you know, this one took precedence. But, I don't know. It's... One thing I'm noticing, though. The, it feels like the, ethereal versions of this spell, which shouldn't have the bonuses, are doing the same amount of damage as, the non-ethereal versions. So maybe it's the case that this last trait, Healing Increased, does not increase percentage damage. Maybe it only increases healing that's being done on a non-percentage basis, and then that's the thing that gets increased. So then that makes me wonder, which things are... Because we're definitely doing more than 35% of their health. But then the... Okay, so clearly the spell properties aren't really the thing that's making the difference. If that's the case, I could make more of them into generous spells. Oh no, oh no! Oh, we got lucky there, because that guy could have fucked our shit up pretty badly. But I guess if he's the only one left and Ariamaki's dead, then we would be able to cast our spells more times as well. But no, we got pretty lucky. Got pretty lucky with that. But hang on, if that's gonna happen though, and if Eternal Echo isn't working, I mean, it's like if Eternal Echo is irrelevant, then let's actually put this back on. That way, if we ever end up in a situation like that where we've killed Ariamaki, but one of the other people has resurrected, we will be able to excuse me? Why did he get a shield? I don't know. We're getting through this pretty quickly, but it's still gonna be tense right up until we win. Right up until we get all the way to the end. See, now that... Yeah, if Ariamaki is dead, his trait stops working. Where is he? There he is. If he's dead, his trait stops working, and we can, we can... Oh no, what? Oh no, are we screwed? Are we fucked? I think we might be fucked. I think we might just be completely fucked. Maybe not. Okay, okay. They were taking proper damage. They were just taking it in a very unusual way that was very confusing to look at. Yeah, this would be a very annoying battle to do with any other party, just because of this whole gimmick. Like you lose all your charges. Maybe you can counteract that by using the arcane buff. Maybe there are traits that allow you to, or like some relic that allows you to get your spell charges back. Maybe. But what I can tell you is that the party that we have right now is about like a 90% effective way of dealing with him. Even with all the handicaps. So, you know, hey, another skin. You know, on the subject of skins, what I'm gonna bet is that every single god has one Halloween skin, one Christmas skin, and maybe one or two other skins. So at some point, if we're done with everything else in the game, if we still want to hunt down skins, we will have to do more of these god fights. So keys are potentially gonna be... Oh, are you fucking kidding me, man? Fuck off. Fucking salamander pieces of shit. Ah, I hate them so much. Like, they make my life miserable in Realms, and they're making my life miserable now as well. Oh my god, that was so obnoxious. That was fucking awful. You know what? Hang on a second. Hang on, just one cotton pickin' second. Like, if the enemies are gonna be dicks, we're gonna be dicks as well, and that should put that in our team. Yeah, okay. I'm not even gonna give that guy any spells. You're a sorcery type creature, good for you. Yeah, let's just... You know what, I'm even gonna save this as the new manage assign, yeah. Cause I'm not gonna stand for this bullshit. Like, fucking getting a bunch of extra spells for no reason. Hell no. Hell no. Oh, but they're gonna be... It's a resisted silence, so they're still casting their stupid spells. What we need is the other thing that makes their spells fizzle out. Alright, alright, that's not... This is not gonna work. This is not... it's not gonna work. You know what we're gonna have to do is, I'm going to have to deposit this and get the other kind of vortex that just has a chance of fizzling out their spells. God. Could seal their gems? I don't know. You know, Yeah, I'll... And this is gonna be the new Blight Party. This is gonna be the new Blight Party. We'll have to see how well this works. You know what? Hopefully we never find out. Hopefully they never have salamanders like for the rest of this. Okay, well we're fucked because they've got a pumpkin in their party which makes them invincible. So Ariamaki more annoying than many of these other gods that we fought recently. But hey, this is why I've been stockpiling keys. Okay. Okay, that's okay, that's fine. Yeah, you know when... This is gonna be one of those where either we win easily or we lose horribly. Like there's no middle ground. Like if they have a pumpkin in their party, then they're just unkillable. There's just nothing we can do. If they have a salamander in their party, then they're just gonna be casting crazy spells all over the place, and potentially we can stop some of those spells. You know, we'll have to see if we ever run into a salamander. Alright. We're getting there, we're getting done. Kind of. A little bit. Alright. Alright. We'll do this. And we'll just continue. So... while we are in a bit of a relatively calm phase of this episode, I will say that I've been giving this a lot of thought. That is, how about using this party as a realm clearing party? Because it kills most things pretty easily. We can stop things from resurrecting with the right anointments. The only downside is that there are a couple creatures in this game that are just completely immune to blight. And unlike Saint Althea, we don't have an anointment that removes blight immunity. So what would most likely happen if we did make a realm clearing party out of this is it would be similar actually to what we're seeing right now, is in that most battles would just be completely trivial. Excuse me? Did we stop some of their spells? Yeah, spell blocked, simulacrum. Spell blocked, simulacrum. Spell blocked, simulacrum. Yo, it is working. Hell yeah. See, I do know how to play this game. I do. And let's take another look. Yep, spell blocked again. Good job, Vortex. For once, we have a the game's annoying mechanics working for us instead of against us. So I guess that's gonna be the theme of this episode. It's their bullshit versus our bullshit. Our bullshit being that we have a vortex in our party, their bullshit being that they occasionally have salamanders in their party. So that's the real contest in this battle, is that who in this confrontation is the bigger dick? Is it me or is it Ariamaki? For the most part, it's been me, but I will concede that we have been out-dicked a few times, especially with that whole pumpkin situation. Because, yeah, it makes sense, because their health and their defense are switched. So then they have a tiny amount of health, and so the percentage damage we're doing to that health is pretty low. And if their huge defense is being subtracted from that, then it makes sense that they're just impervious to damage at that point. It makes perfect sense. Alright. But yeah, again, on the subject of using this as a realm clearing party, obviously one other thing about this party is that it is very far from optimized. A lot of our creatures don't even have fusions. We're not really using none of them have relics equipped, which is shocking that we're killing gods despite having no relics on any of our creatures. So if we started doing all of those things that you do when you're actually trying to put together a serious build, one thing that could happen is that we could maybe give these guys a secondary way of doing damage. I'm not sure what that would be though, because the blight the blight is it locks them into a certain kind of playstyle. But I think there might be enough room in terms of, like, there are at least like close to like 8 or 10 extra traits that we can put on our creatures through fusions, through artifact traits, through potentially nether stones. Between that and extra spells and relics, we could make a really strong party out of this. Like a really strong, versatile party out of this. Right, and that's the final victory. Alright. So now it's time to start wrapping up. How long have we been going? Well, first of all, let's wait for the achievement to pop. There we go. Lovely. How long have we been going? Just over half an hour, so still making pretty good time. So before we end, let's take a look at some of the skins that we unlocked. I wish these god skins were better organized. Because, okay, the Halloween ones are all in one list, the Christmas ones are all, like, not in one list, but like alphabetically they're together, the Christmas ones are together. But then the other ones that have special names, they're just kind of all over the place. And the only way you can sort it is by race and by name. You can't sort it so that, like, recently acquired ones are on the top, or so on. So we were fighting Ariamaki. Halloween Ariamaki is a puppet. That's very cool. We also got Christmas Ariamaki, who is Alright, got the red and green, and maybe... I don't know if those are just sparkles, but in the image on top, they almost look a little bit like snowflakes. That's pretty cool. And we did find another one, right? Yeah, this one. As above, so below. I'm not sure what that means, but that sounds pretty cool. But did we get any others? Oh yeah, and then there's like springtime and summer, which seems to be another like theme with some of these guys. This one I really like red and black. That color combo is one of my favorites. I think that's about shown all of them, and we did. Hang on, let me just check one final thing. If I go to manage, if I go to swap, yeah, okay, it does have the correct vortex in the party. We can fuse the vortex with the mimic, right? Or fuse the mimic with the vortex. But we might not want that in our permanent party that we will put together when we're done with the Gate of the Gods. So I don't want to waste the mimics that I already have, right? Because it's hard work summoning them. But anyway, what we're gonna do before we end is we're gonna... Well, no, we will swap to our specialization on this screen. And this time it did give us our party back. I'm not sure why sometimes it remembers what you had and sometimes it doesn't. But, you know, in any event, you can go to the menagerie very quickly and do the swap that way. One final thing I will do is I will fix your spell gems and have this on my phone, because my memory is awful. So, blank slate, Clayman, Finger of Death, Defile. And finally, Greater Dispel. And before we end, why not... There we go. That's perfect. Why not roll ourselves a nice bonus for the next episode? And yeah, I think we're just about done. Let's take a look at the achievements that we got. The usual for beating him 10 times, and then for beating him all the way to level 50. We did lose a few keys in the process. That's kind of just... Some of it was avoidable if I had known ahead of time. So, like, the very first one was me testing whether, you know, the on the house anointment was gonna work. I was expecting it to work. It didn't work, so we lost that one. Then we lost a couple battles with them having pumpkins in their party. I don't think there was any way for us to win those, not with this build. Then there were those battles with the salamanders, which I could have won if I had had the right kind of vortex in my party, which I did eventually bring, and then, you know, we were able to do something about that. But yeah, all in all, I don't feel that bad about it. We didn't waste that many keys. If we're winning 40 times and, you know, we're wasting 5 keys, that's an acceptable loss, I think. But anyway, that is going to be all for this one. When we come back, we're going to be doing some more regular realms. Going through, trying to get some cards, you know, hitting some false gods, getting more anointments, all of that good stuff. But yeah, that is going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you learned a little bit about how this fight works, and, you know, its mechanics, and what will and what won't work when you're fighting it. But yeah, hope you had a good time, and hope to see you in the next one as well. And until then, take care.